60-year-old Ashmid Ali Shah is a construction worker who lives in a basement in Jamaica, Queens.
That's my bedroom over there. The rent is so expensive on the upper floor now.
Yeah.
Plus you have light and gas. It's a lot of money. 4 windows.
He has a doorway entry and access to several windows in case of an emergency, but it's still considered illegal.
We've seen how unsafe it has been, and we saw last year with Hurricane Ida, 11 New Yorkers die in these basement apartments.
New York State Assemblyman Harvey Epstein championed a bill that would create a safe pathway to legalize basements and cellar apartments. He says some of the roadblocks aren't even related to safety.
It would basically allow the city to waive some of the requirements of the multiple dwelling law, off-street parking, second means of egress, to ensure that those units can be legalized.
But the bill did not get passed during the last legislative session earlier this month. Rebecca Morris runs the Basement Apartments A Safe for Everyone campaign and helped push for a pilot program in the East New York Cypress Hills area of Brooklyn in 2019. It allowed homeowners to apply for legal conversions. That funding, however, was pulled during the pandemic.
We have a huge housing crisis. And this to us seems like a low-hanging fruit opportunity to create spaces for people who are actually already in these units.
She says seniors, essential workers, immigrants, and low-income minority families are predominantly who are living in basements and illegally converted units. With neighborhoods in Queens like Jackson Heights, Corona, Astoria, Jamaica, South Ozone Park, and Rochdale having the most reported occupied housing underground. According to the Pratt Center for Community Development, there are over 300,000 buildings overall in the 5 boroughs that have basements or cellars that could potentially be converted to safe units. The Department of Buildings tells Pix 11 illegally converted living spaces that are not up to code can be unsafe for building occupants, neighbors, and first responders. Adding unlicensed contractors are often used to install gas and electrical systems that aren't always up to code. The agency says every year they get over 10,000 complaints. But Ashmid says his basement was constructed safely. It can be done. And for many immigrants like him, it's the only option.
A lot of people can't afford it, so they have no choice.
And Assemblyman Epstein and activists are hoping to get this bill signed in the next session in January. In the meantime, they're also hoping to get that pilot program in Brooklyn going again so that more neighborhoods like here in Queens can have one too. In Jamaica, Queens, Jennifer Bisram, Pix 11 News.